Good morning, Corvallis. Well, not really morning. It's
afternoon.
It's more of an afternoon. Sorry. Morning for all you sleeper in students out there. Long Thursday night, but nevertheless, gorgeous day in Corvallis. I might add.
Beautiful.
Sunny. Where has this been? It's actually been pretty sunny the last 2-3 days. Actually.
Yeah, it has been actually, but
hey, we're not complaining.
Corvallis is both our times in Corvallis are coming to an end.
True.
This is now the second to
last episode
of Second String Sports for the year.
You see what we did there?
Second.
See what we did there?
Don't act like you're not impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed of my impressiveness.
We got jokes. Second to last episode of Second String Sports. Obviously, as you know, Week 9 coming to an end. We got the infamous dead week coming up next week, and it's dead. It's going to be a dead week.
Oh, yeah. We're going to be computer labbing in, librarian.
Oh, yeah. Long week ahead, but the end is near. The beautiful summer is near. So, you always got that to look forward to. So next Friday is actually going to be the finale of Second String Sports. Trying to pull a few strings, have something a little different, maybe a little surprise next week, surprise guest. We're really hoping,
Should we?
I mean, we're not going to say specific names, but we had some stuff in the works for today's episode for a potential guest to come on. We don't really know.
It's up in the air.
Up in the air,
We might have someone pop in the building, and we will be an utterly surprise.
We'll be just as surprised as our listeners if our guest comes through today. He had a very busy schedule, so we don't really blame him. But if it happens, It's going to make for good radio. That's all we got to say. But for next week, we are going to definitely try our best to have a guest. If you have someone specific you'd like to hear, why don't you hit us up on Twitter, suggestions. We try to throw this out at least a few times a show. At Second String KBVR is the official Twitter. At JMcGrady7 is my, personal Twitter.
Or you can follow Logan at.
Or you can follow Logan. Social media boys. That's pretty much all.
Oh yeah.
All we like to do, man. Social media, sports, and school. And food. Give us those, and we're good to go.
All we really need.
Anyway, let's get down to the meat of today's show. I'll be honest, there's been a ton. It's going to be a struggle to get to all of it, but, we got to bring the sports to you guys, so we're going to get to it. We've had a lot going on with the NBA playoffs, series getting to an end, series tightening up, more internet memes.
Both series getting interesting.
We're going to go heavily. At the end of the show, we're going to get into the Spurs Thunder action.
Heat Pacers,
Lance Stephenson memes. Let's just say the Lance Stephenson content has become never-ending for this show. So, expect that coming up later in the show. We got more topics ranging from little Beaver baseball.
Big series this weekend.
Huge series. Corvallis is packed. Corvallis is roaming with the regionals. We got who do we got? We got UNLV, UC Irvine, North Dakota State.
Mm-hmm.
Who else we got?
That's it.
Those four?
Yep.
And Oregon State, obviously?
Yep.
So Goss is packed. Tickets are running a little spendy if you want to have a good seat, but, got to take pride in Oregon State. Finally,
I went last year, but...
You did?
I went last year.
How much money you drop?
Well,
the student tickets were only $12?
I only spent tickets to one game. But
okay.
I was able to sneak into
why would I expect anything less from Logan?
Yeah, it wasn't that hard to sneak in last year. I feel like this year they've definitely.
I was walking by and I definitely got profiled by 3 different security guards because I had the backpack on. They're thinking, "Oh man, this kid trying to sneak in to catch some baseball games."
Yeah, I snuck in a lot last year.
I got profiled.
I probably won't be able to sneak in this year. I'll be fine watching it on ESPN.
Espen.
Yeah, I think the game is Beaver game's on ESPN 3.
ESPNU, I believe.
Is it you?
You, 3, we, me, who knows? So we're going to go a little bit more in-depth than that later in the show, but we got lots on basketball, lots on just sports topics in general, maybe a little NFL discussion. We just got lots to talk about. Little Oregon State football preview for next year maybe, some discussions, It's only natural that, as we come to the end of our show, you're not going to be able to hear from us. I mean, unless you're really a diehard and you want to listen to the YouTube podcast over the summer to hold you over, it's going to be a solid 3 months until we're back on the airwaves.
It's going to be sad.
It's going to be sad. I'm going to have radio withdrawals. Next week on the finale, I may shed a salty tear.
I'll lick those tears off the ground.
Oh, no. But, the next time you will hear us, it'll obviously be football season, so obviously we're going to get into football next year. Oregon State season, some NFL, so we'll save most of our NFL and Beaver predictions to hold you over for the summer till next show, but we'll go into a little bit into it today. A little bit into it. But yeah, needless to say, there's a lot to talk about. We're going to get feisty. Feisty about sports. I'm Jake McGrady's Logan McGinnis. Let's kick it off with let's start with the Beaver baseball.
All right.
Predictions, thoughts, it's been some time that there's been this big of a sporting event actually in Corvallis. It feels like it's been some time that it's a new feeling, but it's great. I mean, we had it last year, but
the games last year against Kansas State.
Yeah.
Kansas State last year was an amazing series. It was probably one of the best baseball series I've seen in a while. And I'm hoping, because, if we get the Super Regionals again, I see OSU just breezing through this regional series. And I don't see it being that hard.
Honestly, would you call North Dakota State probably the weakest team in the entire tournament? They finished one game below 500.
Yeah, we got to be
2 games. They're like 10 and 12 actually.
Yeah, because we're the number 1 overall seed, and UNLV will definitely be.
Yeah.
I think UNLV is a pretty tough team. What I've looked into.
Them pesky Rebels, those Las Vegas Rebels, baby.
Yeah, Chumley.
Think Chum's gonna be watching Pawn Stars?
Oh, maybe he's a big UNLV fan.
We're big Pawn Stars fans out there. I'm sure there's some pawn appreciators.
UNLV has a All-American pitcher in Eric Fetty.
Fete.
Yeah, he's a projected first-round draft pick, but we have another projected first-round draft pick in Conforto. But other than that, I don't see.
The children agree.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. I don't think UNLV just has that much depth in their pitching staff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so I think UNLV will get by UC Irvine.
Yeah,
but UC Irvine is they could be a sneaky team. Always those.
All right, I predict it. Yeah,
always those California teams, but I think that series could go either way. Honestly. Yeah, so UC Irvine is they're also limping in this tournament, and North Dakota State has never reached a Division I postseason ever. So things are looking quite nicely for the Beavs.
Let's just say if we can't handle NDSU, that would be like the equivalent of, I don't know, Miami Heat getting blown out by the current Lakers by like 50 points.
Beavs will win. I think we have
handily.
I think we have.
It'll be a smash.
I think we have Chase Fry on the mound today. I'm not too sure.
Has Wetzler served his entire suspension?
I don't know what the deal with that is.
Because it seems like he's not. Did the suspension get revoked? Because he's pitched almost.
I honestly don't know. I haven't really kept track of.
Did Pat Casey pull a Chip Kelly?
I don't know.
Just said, no suspension?
I'm not too sure what's actually going on.
He'll serve a suspension in 2017.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. He'll be graduated.
Because I'm already graduated.
Okay. So the final predictions for the Beaver Baseball Tournament Regionals.
I see Beavs.
It's going to be a fun one. The atmosphere is just nice around Corvallis right now.
Oh,
you see how packed it is around the Goss?
Last year, it was amazing. It was probably.
You were telling me about that, actually.
Last year was one of the best experiences of all last year. It was probably it was up there for my I'm kind of sad that I'm probably not going to be going this year. One, because I'm going to be in the computer lab today, and
tomorrow,
and most likely the next day. Who knows?
No, because that's my birthday, so I won't be there.
So it's going to be.
That's a hint to anyone listening. It's my birthday on Sunday. Back to baseball.
No one wished Jake a happy birthday.
Wish me a not happy birthday.
Yeah.
Anyway, get back to it.
All right.
Great atmosphere. Tons of people here. It's sunny. And Unless Mother Nature decides to take a cruel twist and do a 360 and give us rain. I don't think it's supposed to rain, though.
But hopefully the Beavs can actually... they've been on a little offensive slump here lately, too. Yeah. They've only scored 13 runs in the past 7 games.
And there's been the hitting slump, too.
Yeah, that's what I said. Hitting slump.
Wow, well, true.
Yeah.
Same thing. No. Offensive, hitting.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Exactly.
That's what I said.
No, you're confused.
I'm foosed.
Yeah. So it'll just be interesting. Beavers #1 national seed. It's just gonna be a fun weekend. That's all. And it'd be
all you got.
Yeah, there's 3 OSU freshman starters like we've said this whole year. We'll have Caleb Hamilton, Logan Ice Baby, and Trevor Morrison. Kind of get them a taste of postseason play.
I agree.
Postseason playoff.
Totally agree.
Yeah, and who knows? This could honestly be the last year of Michael Conforto and...
You think they're both taking their dips?
Dylan Davis. They are projected... both of them are projected to be top 100 picks in the MLB draft, for the MLB draft coming up here soon. And, it'll just be really interesting to see what happens there.
I agree.
I've seen Dylan Davis be around 80th overall, and Michael Conforto to be around... like top 10, top 15.
Top 10? You could see top 10?
I've seen no. Conforto's going top.
That would be tough.
At least top 15.
Wow, you're capping it at 15?
Yeah, the latest is 15. I can see being latest as 12th or highest as like 5th or 6th.
When is the MLB draft? August?
No, it's like in a couple weeks.
Really?
2 weeks.
It's in a couple weeks?
Yeah, it's like mid-season. It's weird.
That is weird. That would be a weird feeling to still be in college when you know that you're already drafted.
Yep.
Well, it'll be exciting though.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a quick Grant break from Bombs Away Cafe here in Corvallis, Oregon. But when we come back, what do we got to talk about? Little 50 Cent opening pitch.
We'll roll with something.
Little Lance Stephenson taking the internet by storm. NFL 1-year suspensions. There's lots to talk about. Stay tuned. You're listening to Second String Sports on KBVR Corvallis. More to come.
Today's KBVR FM beats have been dropped thanks to Bombs Away Cafe. Detonate a good time at 2527 Northwest Monroe Avenue, or projectile your voice and hear more about upcoming food and featured talent choices by visiting www.bombsawaycafe.com. Thanks, Bombs Away, for helping KBVR rock on and blast off.
And we're back on Second String Sports, KBVR Corvallis. We got lots more to talk about. We got 1-year suspensions. We got the 50 Cent opening pitch with the Mets.
That was funny. That was comical.
It was funny. Colt Ayerla tells all.
What Colt? I don't even know what Colt did.
Colt Ayerla pretty much admitted that he hit, rock bottom. He's trying to wipe the slate clean a little bit. If we didn't update you guys last, Packers took a chance on Colt, and they did officially sign him. So that's just a little side note. He says that he just wants to move on, but I don't know if we'll be able to avoid the snow, if you know what I mean.
There's a lot of snow in Packer country.
All right.
Thanks, McConaughey. Moving on, though. Let's pick a topic. What do we want to roll with?
Honestly, what do we have? There's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
I don't know if we want to save. We'll save NBA playoffs.
Oh, yeah. The NBA playoffs are always saved.
Yeah.
For the last leg of Second String Sports.
We could dive in to a little...
Dive in?
Oh, yeah. Dive in. I'm not even just... Oh, my God. I could talk MLB.
You want to kick it a little MLB?
Yeah.
I'll let you go a little bit on that. Then we'll get into the NBA.
All right. So... MLB is getting a little interesting here. We have the Blue Jays and Edwin.
All right, spit it to me.
Encarnacion has been on fire, and let's just say he's the May king. He has 18 home runs in the month of May, and he's one away from the all-time record. So that'd be if Edwin Encarnacion is on your fantasy team, you should feel pretty lucky. because I'd be pretty jealous there. And it's just it's been pretty interesting to kind of also see, because it's been a big topic, just like injuries, and just injuries have been, going.
Yeah, you were saying that last week the injuries have been rampant in the MLB, huh?
Yeah, and
too
many injuries just going on.
What do you think it is? Just the latest wave of the athletic trainers is not doing it right?
Apparently, I saw a Bleacher Report article saying that Dr. James Andrews, who who we always see, players go in there for injury, checking out elbows, checking out, big famous doctor. He's making an app for athletes to try to just
diagnose themselves.
Not diagnose themselves, but like a track to stay healthy and just try to prevent their own injuries.
It's going to be available for everyone.
It's going to be on the App Store. Maybe
he's probably going to make it like $10.
Yeah, not to. I'm going on a sidetrack just because it kind of reminded me my elbow's a little sore.
Okay, don't compare yourself.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go get Tommy John here soon.
Derp, 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 derp.
No, you won't.
So we had a huge softball win last night.
I knew this was coming.
Yeah. Anybody out there with Oregon State's IM softball games? It was quite a heated battle yesterday in our game, and quite frankly, it was the most exciting game I've probably been a part of, like a softball game in a while. It got kind of heated. Yeah.
Had some rivals on the opposing team.
Yeah, there was our friend TJ was on there.
Yep.
But it was an exciting game just to kind of. We won.
Yeah.
I think we won 8 to 6, or no, it was 8-5.
Oh wow.
So yeah, any IM opponents want to call in and talk about trash talk?
If your opponents that got eliminated called in, I don't know how much we'd be able to air of that before getting chopped off, but
maybe.
IM sports are around this time against Oregon State with this weather.
Oh, when I had the basketball, when I got just shafted
eliminated
in the playoffs.
Yeah, I remember that story.
Oh,
I think you even told that on radio.
I think I probably did.
You probably did.
I was heated for at least a week.
Yeah, you were bitter for a week.
Yeah, I wanted to be on KBVR.
But hey, I got you next week, or not next week, next year.
Yeah,
we'll form a team. The comeback, we're gonna come back.
The comeback.
The comeback. Well, minor setback for a major comeback. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
So MLB, that's all.
Yeah, I got distracted. I got distracted by MLB and IMs.
You would.
I went on to IM for a little rant, but it was
Logan Rant.
Super exciting. It was. We play Sunday now, and the interesting is because we have Langston on our team. If Langston doesn't come, we might be short of players.
Why would he not come?
He said he might be in Sweet Home, but he said he might. I don't know. It'll be interesting. So
I feel it. Well, we're gonna take one little Grant break from another message from Bombs Away Cafe. But when we come back, we're gonna get into the meat of the show. We got NBA talk, Oregon State football predictions, Oregon quarterbacks decommitting.
Oh yeah,
losing Murray. That's some big. We got that to talk about.
Who knows? Maybe we'll say.
Yeah.
Maybe the next Johnny Manziel at Texas A&M.
Honestly, we'll save that for the discussion coming up. We got some Murray. And then we got an Oregon State wide receiver transfer announcement that's coming up next. So stay tuned. You're listening to Second String Sports only on KBVR Corvallis, 1 to 2 p.m. every Friday. I'm Jake McGrady.
Logan McGinnis.
Stay tuned or go to bed.
The explosive tunes and dynamite conversations featured on KBVR FM are brought to you in part by Bombs Away Cafe. Located at 2527 Northwest Monroe Avenue, right here in Corvallis, right next to campus. For information on menu and drink items or featured artists and upcoming events, contact the Bomb Squad at www.bombsawaycafe.com.
And we're back. Lots more to talk about. We got a few little topics in college football to talk about. Why don't we jump into our Oregon State football predictions for next year? Some transferring and re-signing stuff to talk about that we got. We got Oregon State wide receiver Stevie Corey, for all of you native Oregonians. He's former Lake Oswego football standout, and he's transferring from Oregon State to Portland State. And, I'm not too high and mighty to admit that I haven't really heard his name mentioned too much, so my feeling on this is neutral, I guess.
Probably a good choice for him.
He was
not getting any play time here at OSU.
No, he's not going to get any playing time under Mulady and, Baldwin, but he was a 5'10", 155-pound, first-team All-State selection. So, his dad is the coach at Lake Oswego and is a former Oregon State receiver himself. So, little father-son legacy. That's probably why I came here. But, Portland State, if anyone goes to Portland State, they're going to get playing time, honestly.
Wait, we play Portland State this next year, don't we?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, is that the first game or the second game?
I believe it's the first game. No, the first game's... No, it is.
No, it's the first game.
Because the second game's San Diego State.
Yeah, yep. Yeah. So diving into the schedule too. Why don't we just
let's dissect the schedule a little bit. We'll get into the major predictions.
We said we weren't going to do this, but I guess we're doing it now.
Now the more that I think about it, maybe next week potential football player himself to come in and talk about the expectations for the summer training in the next year. So if we got that next week, that'll be them talking. So we might as well get out some of our thoughts right now. Actually, why not?
I honestly think that we have a pretty easy home schedule. Not
pretty easy is putting it too lightly. I think it's very easy. I mean, not to take anything for granted because we all know what can happen when cockiness takes over.
I'm just hoping that
Eastern Washington and Sacramento, but
whatever. This last year's last year's home
such
schedule.
A build up.
Last year's home schedule, it was just. I thought we had a lot of that in the bag. USC was going downhill. What other we played Stanford so close. We were so close in so many games. I think we only had one home win last year, and that was against Colorado. And so, looking at the schedule, I think, like you said, it's a pretty easy schedule. The one most exciting thing, we got the Civil War.
Oh yeah. You went to the one last year, but I had to sit at home and wallow in my pain while eating some nachos.
Yeah,
that had to have been the toughest.
Rounding up the year, that was probably one of the best moments. Like, just being there was pretty awesome. It was quite the experience of the whole entire.
And you're the type of guy to take, if you got a Duck fan screaming at you, you get vocal.
I get pretty vocal at random events.
Yeah. For any listener who has the pleasure of knowing Logan personally, we like to call him vocal. When
Jake calls me Vocal Logue sometimes, and
if the Dutch Brothers barista gets his order wrong,
no, I probably wouldn't.
No, you would.
I would not do that.
You would, and you have.
No, I haven't.
You got vocal when
I probably got
when
vocal.
Your nachos were a little short at Taco Bell.
At Taco Bell, my nachos were nothing. There was like 3 chips in there. I was like, no, these are not nachos. These are 3 chips and a huge thing of cheese. I'm like. And the guy was like, well, they're making the bags shorter and smaller, so it's hard to stuff the chips in there. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll just give you another chip. So,
that was last weekend. Speaking of last weekend, we saw The Amazing Spider-Man 2, if we want to get that little plug in there. Oh, if you're bored when you're not watching any sports this weekend.
I was not a fan of the first Spider-Man, but after watching
go see the second one.
Yeah,
I was honestly awesome. Blown away.
I've seen
Jamie Foxx as the Blue Monster Man.
Godzilla, Spider-Man. Pretty solid movie weekends the past couple weeks.
If you had to put those two head to head against each other.
Ooh, it's tough. Like, are you saying putting Godzilla and Spider-Man fight?
No. This isn't some weird radio show where we talk about mythical fights. I'm literally talking about the movies compare.
I think Godzilla was honestly better, but Spider-Man exceeded my expectations.
All right.
But Spider-Man was great. Spider-Man was good too. It's a tough call.
I haven't seen Godzilla yet.
I know a lot of people who've actually hated on Godzilla.
I saw a ton of negative stuff on it.
I'm not gonna say there was one thing that just really made me mad. I'm not gonna say anything, but one thing really made me mad. But yeah.
Yeah, well, you probably got vocal at that too.
I think I did.
We just got really off topic.
We did. We were talking about football.
Oregon State football. So segue, nachos, yellow. Yeah. Nachos are served in Reeser. Let's go back to the Reeser home football games.
Football games.
I'm the king of transitions.
Hey, this is last year. We went to San Diego State, And this year, San Diego State is now coming to our home turf.
Lucky for them. Some TV time.
Well, we had...
I know, but it's San Diego State. They don't get much publicity.
Oh, they kind of do sometimes-ish. The Mountain West.
Basketball.
They got a good basketball team.
They do.
My boy Kawhi Leonard.
Their one and only pride.
They should just make a statue of Kawhi
I was
Leonard.
saying that the other
week.
week.
Hey, I was on the San Diego State campus. It was a beautiful campus, but
anywhere in San Diego is a good scene. Anywhere. There's like not really any bad parts of San Diego. It is like the ideal California city. What? You're dissing on SD?
Kinda. Not really.
What place is better in California than San Diego?
Honestly, San Diego State campus, it was nice, but it wasn't spectacular.
What were you expecting? Some Malibu beach?
But it was like when I was on Coronado. That was probably the nicest part. But okay, we're getting off topic again.
Jeez,
God, this is your
second
fault.
to last episode. We just get sidetracked so much.
All right, so the home football games: Portland State, San Diego State. Win.
Yeah, I'm going dub.
Yeah. Utah.
I'm gonna go dub.
Travis Wilson's
I was so impressed with him last year.
Yeah,
Do you remember that game? That was probably one of the most heart-stopping comebacks
the fourth quarter
I've witnessed from the interceptions. The
fourth down play where he just bombs at the Cooks.
Brandon Cooks memories.
California's trash. We got that.
Yeah.
Washington State trash.
I'm going.
Now
up to this point, we're straight dubs.
This is all home games, everyone. Home games.
Yeah, exactly.
Arizona State could be tough.
Very tough.
Very tough.
I'm, not to be a negative
I'm not
fan.
gonna say anything.
I'm gonna go W/L. We'll see what happens. Obviously,
depending on what everything else turns out, because
I know.
We got some.
It's all about confidence.
Even though we have really, I like how we have easy home games, but then again, I kind of don't like it because I like seeing Stanford come to town, Washington come to town.
It's cool.
But because now we're going to have to play them on the road. We have we're going to Hawaii. Hey, it'll be kind of playing a little Hawaii, playing in Honolulu, and so that's another early away game. Beavs going back to Hawaii. Who knows?
That's gonna be a W.
Sheraton Hawaii Bowl champs, baby.
Bad memories for that.
Yeah.
Boise State.
We'll play. We'll try to get our redemption from USC from last year.
Mm-hmm.
That was a
tough bullet to bite.
We beat Colorado.
Not to mention that was Dad's weekend. So what's Dad's weekend this year?
I don't know clue. Oh, it's Washington State.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Let's just say I think the Dads are going to win us a win.
You
would hope.
Our easiest away game is I believe is Colorado.
Oh yeah, the biggest joke of our division. That's a no-brainer.
This is going to be a game to watch. Is the Stanford game?
Oh man, that has me nervous. I still have that vividly in my memory. That loss vividly. I want revenge.
There?
I was on the sideline.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That was the game that I got taken out by Brandon.
And then you got in the controversy with the Washington football player and vocal yake.
Well, that was the second game. That was the second time that I did it.
Oh yeah.
Because I can't get in a controversy with a Washington football player against Stanford.
Wait.
The Stanford game was the first game that I was sidelined.
Oh.
Washington was the second.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we play Washington this year or not?
Yeah, we do. We play at Washington. It's our second.
That's the game.
Second to last game
that
before the Oregon game.
Is the game that I want revenge on.
I think I don't know what recruits Washington has, but they just lost
new coach, but
they just lost Bishop Sankey
and Sark.
Yeah. So.
What was that? That was like a 40-point loss last year.
Yeah.
Or this year.
I was there till the third quarter, and then
I was being paid, so I unfortunately had to witness the whole full game.
So yeah, Oregon State football next year.
And then it all builds up to the one climactic, most important game. We actually get to witness it live.
Yeah, we're hopefully to get a guest on a football player for the season finale. Talk about spring football. Talk about
spring football preview.
Season upcoming.
Not that I know if anyone's listening right now, but if you happen to be a football player and you're listening to the show, we'll have you. Anything you want to talk about. football preview, NBA playoffs. Just get a football player on and, have a little local insight.
We're still peeking at the door, waiting.
We don't think it's going to happen.
Waiting for our guests to come, maybe. 1:32.
If it happens to roll in.
If it happens to roll in, it'll probably be... Okay, should we just say...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could divulge.
We, right now, I think the chances... We have Wayne Tinkle possibly coming on show today. Maybe.
We were trying to work out...
New head basketball coach. We're trying
to work out the kinks. He had a meet and greet type thing for the baseball regionals today. So, it was up in the air. It was an iffy thing. He wanted to come on and get his...
At first, we felt like it was a 90% chance. Then it probably went down the line.
His schedule got busy, so we understand Tinks.
Yeah. But we love Tinks.
Yep, we still love you, Tinks. And obviously next year, winter term, we're going to be in the brand new radio studio. So, perfect time in the midst of basketball season.
It's kind of weird to think about the new studio. Just like anyone who hasn't been in the studio, the writing on the walls have just gone...
Oh, it's gone bananas.
Yeah, it's
the desk, the closet, the walls.
If you thought the writing on the walls were bad, or just like crazy earlier, yeah, it's expanded.
Yeah, it's graffitied.
Yeah.
So needless to say, maybe if Tinks were to make his second string debut in the new studio, he may be more impressed.
Yeah, he would. maybe holding off this.
Maybe it's maybe now that I think about it.
Well, I saw that I saw the local radio TV or radio station, and I've decided to not come here anymore. Thanks to these two little hooligans in the radio booth.
They're trying to ambush me on their small time.
Yeah.
Anyway,
cool. Hey, if he comes through and it'd be amazing.
Last minute, little 5-minute interview. So if you're listening right now. Don't get your hopes up. It'll be a nice little treat.
It might be a 10% chance going right now. But hey.
10 going on 9.
Yeah.
But all I can say is next week for the finale, we will try our very hardest to get a football player on to talk a little Oregon State football because that's what we're gonna start out next week. Little bit of the NBA playoffs will be winding up going into the finals, but we're gonna leave you guys on what we know best, which is college football. That's what this show should be all about. It's an Oregon State station, so. Beavers football.
Or Beavers baseball, because Beaver baseball is in a...
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, for you.
Jake's just...
Anyway.
Jake has his opinions and speaking for everyone, but yeah, I guess that works.
My voice rules all.
No.
Yeah. Well, maybe. We're going to take
Down with the king.
We're going to take a PSA break, and as we come back, we're finishing off the show with what we know best. That's NBA playoffs.
I thought we knew college football best.
Okay, well,
Jake, we know.
I'm stepping on my own toes here, but
we know everything best. How about that?
Name a sport, name a topic. We're the
cricket.
No, I am willing to admit that I know zero about cricket, except for the fact that it looked like a cheesy bad movie.
Here we go, Jake. Trivia question for you.
All right, hit it with me.
What hockey team just made the NHL Stanley Cup Finals?
The San Jose Sharks.
The New York Rangers. But after that, we're going to...
Well, Logan was... in all fairness, Logan was looking at his phone.
No, it wasn't. So. It's black.
No, you were on, Bleacher Report or something.
No, I wasn't.
We're taking a quick PSA break, but as we return, we're ending it off with the Pacers Heat game tonight discussion, Spurs Thunder, Lance Stephenson memes, ear blowing, toying around, getting in LeBron's head.
I hate the Pacers.
So do I.
And I hate the Heat.
Oh. Hate all the East teams. This is Second String Sports. I'm Jake McGrady.
And Luke McGinnis.
KBVR Corvallis. Stay tuned. NBA coming up. Stay wild.
The Oregon State University Sustainability Office acts as the primary support organization for the expanding sustainability efforts at OSU. The organization fosters a culture of sustainability, aiming to enhance student competency around issues of sustainability, to reduce the university's overall environmental impact, and to communicate efforts with the campus community. Did you know that there are 2 on-campus solar arrays producing 1.7 megawatts of energy? Learn more about this and other sustainability facts and feats by phoning the Sustainability Office at 541-737-1000.
And we're back. Last leg of the show. Last knowledge that'll be coming through the microphones and to all you sports fans out there. Swing.
Was that unnecessary?
Yeah, it was. Anyway, we got the grand NBA discussion. What do we want to talk about first? Lance Stephenson?
Sure.
I don't
really care about Lance Stephenson. I don't really care about Roy Hibbert. I don't really care about George. I don't care about Paul George. I don't really care about the Eastern Conference. I don't really care about my Spurs getting to the NBA Finals and winning a championship. So you can talk about your little Lance Stephenson obsession that I don't really have anything of.
If you guys didn't know, that sound was the blowing into the microphone. The controversy over the last few days is Lance Stephenson. He's a what I like to call a young Dennis Rodman. Not playing comparison, but tactic comparison. He's a hooligan. Would you call him a hooligan?
No, he's a thug.
Whoa. You dropping the thug? You dropping the Richard Sherman? Wow. Judging someone. You can't judge a book by its cover. You can't judge a book by its cover.
I hate Stephenson. I think he's a clown.
Well, clown. Wow.
I don't have any respect for Stephenson.
Speak up. You're not close to Mike.
Yeah. I can do what I want.
He's defiant like Stephenson. Anyway, Stephenson was caught blowing into LeBron's ear at a little break, as little playoff antic tactic to get into his head, rattle him a little bit. All the interviews afterwards, LeBron was saying, keep that extracurricular stuff out of here. He doesn't really want to talk about it, which is understandable. It makes sense. Took me off guard. I love the memes, though. Can't beat the memes. Lance Stephenson nap time, Lance Stephenson blowing out the birthday candles, Lance Stephenson blowing bubbles.
The blowing bubbles one was funny, but other than that, some of them were just kind of,
He's just a memeable character.
Yeah. The best meme was him snuggling up on Aaron Kraft.
The nap time meme?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the Pacers, if we want to talk about the game, Paul George, 37 points, 21 in the fourth. LeBron only dropped 7, which honestly, LeBron with a 7-point game is a freak. Once in a blue moon type occasion. So, I don't know. Where do you see that series? Any chance Pacers?
No.
No chance at all?
This game's over. This next game tonight. I think it's tonight, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's over.
Really? Final prediction over?
Yeah.
If they do win, though, what's your prediction then? Because honestly, if they take it tonight, they're taking the series.
I don't think
Game 7 in Indiana, they would take it.
I don't think so.
I think they would. You don't think they would take it Game 7 in Indiana?
No.
I think you're just a little hurt about Lance right now.
I'm not.
No, you're hurt. You're hurt.
I don't think the Pacers.
You're hurt.
I think the Pacers are trash, and they're just a dysfunctional mess.
They are. I will admit I still hate the Heat more than I hate the Pacers, but their team chemistry and Stephenson getting into the fights with Turner, their coaching situation.
No,
it's
just weird.
Their tickets are still what? You saw that Bleacher Report thing where the tickets to the Game 5 are $29?
Yeah, no, the Pacers, last year, you rooted for the Pacers.
Yeah,
the Pacers
we were talking about this.
Young and exciting team.
I agree.
But now this year, I've lost total respect for
I agree.
everyone. I don't know, maybe it's just me, or I don't know if it's just...
No, I've had the mutual same feeling. Last year, fighting the Heat, the Pacers were this young, fiery...
Yeah.
underdog that you're like, I respect these guys. I'm happy for their success. They came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But, they've made Indiana one of the more Hollywood teams in the league, honestly. They've had the Roy Hibbert debacle. I think I've talked about it on the show before, but I don't respect a player that, goes in those type of slumps with the type of money that he's getting. I don't believe he has a strong work ethic. Obviously you can't deny Paul George is an amazing player, but, all the side stuff that he's had, the complaining, the team chemistry battles, the Lance Stephenson antics, it's honestly a mess. They're easily becoming one of the most unlikable teams, in my opinion. Would you agree?
I agree.
Hey. We'll see what happens with that series. My final prediction is... I probably have the Heat winning tonight, but I honestly think if the Pacers can somehow have another game, Paul George comes out with another close to 40-point game. I don't know. Nah. I think that if they snag tonight, I think they would make Game 7 interesting. That's just my opinion. We'll see what happens. I don't know.
Now, the next series here, the Spurs and Thunder.
Yeah,
that's the more interesting to see which team will win Game 6. because Spurs are up 3-2, but it's going back to Oklahoma City. And the thing about this series is home crowd, like, you know, having your home crowd and having home court advantage has been, Pop and Brooks have gone back and forth making lineup changes, and there's
like the little Matt Bonner tactic.
There's been so, like, just a different type of like, just momentum for. It's like, oh, the Spurs are up 2-0, Thunder come back.
Yep.
Now they have momentum, and now the Spurs blow out the Thunder last night. So then now it's going back to OKC.
A huge blowout. I thought it
Spurs
looked close, but whoa.
Spurs have momentum, but I could see this going 7 and each team just winning their winning home games is protecting home court. That's what it is. Protect your home court, you win.
I agree.
So the Spurs, like, I wasn't too nervous when the series was tied 2-2. I wasn't even that mad. I don't even think I was that mad at all.
So how are you feeling now then? Are you saying you're more nervous now?
I'm trying to close the series out. I get a little nervous, yes.
You're more nervous now than when it was tied 2-2?
Yes.
Now that it's 3-2?
Because you know it's that close to getting back.
Yeah.
And I think the Spurs might lose the game in Oklahoma City. I don't want to get my hopes up or hopes down, but
yeah.
I think that's just my honest opinion of what's going to happen. I think the Thunder are going to come out, play behind their home court, but then I think the Spurs are probably going to win the Game 7 at home.
Yep.
And I hope it happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little nervous.
Nerved?
Yeah. I kind of want the NBA playoffs just to wrap up. I want my Spurs to win, but if it doesn't happen, I want
that finals. I want that final showdown.
I want a rematch of Spurs Heat because last year was just so devastating. I still have a little.
I'm mad that I wasn't around you. Went to see that reaction
of the Game 6.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I don't even remember.
It was a blur. It was all a dream.
I think I probably just put my head down.
Where were you at?
I was here. I think I was. Where was I?
Weird. It was a blur. You don't even know where you were. Maybe you're in a back alleyway watching out through someone's window.
I was at McNumb's. Yeah.
Wow. You probably couldn't even finish your meal.
Yeah.
Did you throw some tater tots in pure
Cajun tots?
Blind rage?
Cajun tots. Yeah. If I would throw any tots,
McMinimans, you always got to go Cajun.
Yeah, you get Cajun tots.
If you don't go Cajun, man, you're a Duck fan. If you don't get Cajun tots, you're a Duck fan.
Yeah. Cajun tots rules all.
I agree.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick PSA break, and when we come back, we're going to do some last-minute sign-offs, touch up on some last-minute topics, and finish up the show. Once again, this is the point where we, maybe want to throw out the social media. If you want to hit us up on Facebook, it's just the name of the show, Second String Sports. If you guys ever have any topics you want debated, throw your hat in the ring. If we say something that you disagree with, by all means, dispute it. We will share your opinions on air. We're open to any discussions, any sports fights, as you will. And then once again on YouTube, you can podcast all our shows if you ever want to listen to it or go into the back alleyway of sports time past. So yeah, if you want to discuss anything with us, tell us what you want us to talk about. We're completely open to suggestions and just pure topics. Once again, this Second String Sports, KBVR Corvallis. I'm Jake McGrady.
Hey, Logan McGinnis.
You're listening to the best sports show in the land. Stay tuned. Closing up here. All the land.
Lord Riley.
Okay.
Hey, America. We need to have a little talk. We've got more food than we know what to do with in this country, yet 17 million kids in America are struggling with hunger. Makes no sense. Luckily, the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks has volunteers gathering excess food and getting it to hungry kids. They're kind of like food angels. Hey, become a food angel yourself by supporting Feeding America in your local food bank at feedingamerica.org. We can't do it without your help. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
I can't do it without your help. You heard the young
food.
Fella.
I need food.
Yeah.
Feed me. Feed me.
Some breaking news here for any of you hardcore NFL fans, the New York Giants have released quarterback Josh Freeman. Fun fact, he was signed April 21st.
He's free!
Yeah, well, he's not going to be happy about it. He's
Freeman's trash.
little over 2 months on a team, he gets cut.
Yeah, Freeman's taking a little downhill.
Do you honestly see him even landing a spot now?
He'll get a backup job somewhere, but
maybe like Jacksonville.
No, not Jacksonville.
Philly?
No, not Philly.
Cincinnati?
No.
KC?
I'm trying to think. No, not KC.
Nowhere, exactly. That's my point.
Probably like Arizona.
Yeah, I could see that actually. I could see that.
Yeah, thanks. I know. I know what's best for all.
You know what's best for all?
Yeah.
Well. Oh yeah. I just got another little breaking news if I want to, I'm sure a lot of you guys are gamers out there. It's been announced that the finalists for the Madden 15 cover is Cam Newton and Richard Sherman.
Both?
Yeah.
Huh. Cam!
No, they're the cover finalists, so it's down to them too.
I hope.
Cam's been on it before, though. Hasn't he? I feel like he has. I feel like he was like 13.
Was he?
Wasn't he? If you're listening out there and you know if Cam Newton was ever on the cover of Madden, tweet it.
Madden covers are piling up to me. It's getting an age.
Especially with Madden 25. It was confusing. So I had one last topic that I want to share with you guys. Kyle Murray, 5-star recruit quarterback.
From?
I don't actually know.
Going to Oregon. Well, committed to Oregon.
He was committed to Oregon, and now he is decommitted and made his official commitment to Texas A&M to replace Johnny Football.
Why not? It makes perfect sense.
Makes perfect sense. And honestly, from the stats and the reports that I was reading on him, he seems like a complete force.
I've heard comparisons of like a more athletic Winston.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you guys know how good Jameis Winston is, that's freakish.
They need crabs.
Yeah, he probably partakes in crustaceans. But yeah, that's huge. He would have been huge for Oregon.
Yeah.
Better than Mariota? Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Well, Mariota's gonna.
Let's talk a little NFL draft.
For next year? No, I'm not gonna talk about NFL
I'm just kidding.
draft
I'm just kidding.
year.
Do you think Mariota's gonna have a good year next year?
Yeah, I think he will.
Think his legs feeling healthy? I think it was never that bad in the first place.
I don't think it was that bad. People probably hyped it up. It was probably Ibaka.
You're still heard about that?
Yes, I'm.
Ibaka coming out of the shadows.
Yes, I have been in Game of Thrones mode, and I compare.
Oh, okay.
And I compared Ibaka to a lying little peasant.
Well, it wasn't Ibaka's choice to lie. It was the trainers.
No, Ibaka's a lying little peasant.
It was the Oklahoma tactic?
Banish him to Winterfell.
I'd rather banish Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, I'll banish Russell.
Banish both to the Shadowlands?
I banish Russell Westbrook to Ninja Turtle Land.
Okay. Well, it's time to close out the show when we're getting to talking about banishing players to the...
To made-up worlds.
To made-up worlds influenced by Game of Thrones.
And Ninja Turtles.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do when you're talking about sports.
Yep. All right.
It was an eventful show. NBA topics.
No Tinkle.
No Tinkle. He didn't come through, but, stay
tuned.
Maybe
we'll go meet and greet. Go see Tinkle.
You never know. We could tell him, Tinkle, what were you doing? You forgot.
Let's just go say hi. I'm not going to say you forgot. I'm just going to go say hi.
That's true. We got to understand the man's schedule. He's a busy man. He's a new head coach. He's got
a lot of things to do.
He's got a lot on his mind. I would much rather him be plotting game strategies than talking to us. But he could plot game strategies while talking to us, actually.
Maybe. I can maybe insert a couple plays.
Divulges it on air.
Logan. Call play.
ESPN alert comes out, says the coach has divulged his whole playlist.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're listening to Second String Sports. This is the second to last episode. Week 10, be prepared for the grand season finale. We're going to try our best to have a Oregon State football player on to talk a little spring football action, what they anticipate for the summer, and some predictions for the big season next year.
Yep. Students, prepare yourself.
Tune in, prepare for a little change.
Prepare for Dead Week.
# change is here.
Change is coming.
Change is coming.
Winter is coming.
One last time. This is Second String Sports. We like to talk sports because we're not quite good enough to go pro. That's a little catchphrase that we like to throw out from here. You know, every now and again.
Every now and again.
Every now and again. This is KBVR Corvallis. Damn good radio. DAM, like a beaver. I always got to, make sure the people understand what I'm saying.
Everyone go look forward to Posner this weekend, too.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Everyone.
I forgot about Pose.
Everyone stay tuned for the Mike Posner Damn Jam concert. Everyone, if you haven't gotten your ticket, there's probably some scragglers left out. Tomorrow night, though, in the MU Quad, Mike Posner's going to be rocking. I'm pumped. And, if you're feeling generous, Sunday, I turn 20. So, if you want to hit me with a happy birthday, maybe a happy birthday tweet.
No, don't do it.
No, they can do it.
No. I banish you.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting homework out of the way so I can look forward to the B-Day weekend. But it's going to be a good one. Lots of sports to come. This is Second String Sports, second to last show. Looking forward to we're going to get wild in the season finale. KBVR Corvallis signing off for the second to last time. I am Jacob McGrady.
And Logan McGinnis.
Have a good weekend. Study a little bit. Prepare for Dead Week. Watch sports. Hey, we'll see you at Mike Posner. If you see us in the crowd, come up to us.
Peace.
Peace.